Good morning, my case says it's your favorite psychic code case says the Oracle back in the building with another banger. Guys, today we're doing like a early morning true crime Tuesday, but it's a part 1 of 4 about Nipsey, Big U, Loose Cannon, Whack 100, like different characters that are associated around Nipsey and Big U will come up in this part 1 of 4. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and play that intro. Guys, welcome. It's your girl, your favorite second code case says the Oracle back in the building with another banger. Guys, so I was led to do a part 4 series about Nip Revisited, okay? Everything that's highlighted in orange is what I'm going to be asking today. It's about 10 questions for part 1. I feel like it's stuff that we all kind of want to know. Maybe we didn't have the answers to. Maybe it was on your mind. I don't know, but it's been on my mind and I've been led to do it. I don't know, so here I am. Before we jump into it, let's see who put up in your girl notification van. Please don't judge me, guys. Literally, I kind of just woke up. Like, I have no glam on. No glam. It's just me early morning vibes, all right? Even though it's not even early morning. It's like 10:49 here, but still. Dion, you put up first in your girl notification van. Welcome. Thank you, first mod in the building. Moana in this thing. Period. I'm doing great. Just, school and shit, work and shit. Making people look beautiful, period. What's up? Thank you for pulling up in your girl notification van. Just be loving the building. Period. Let me see who else we got. Mo's Funhouse in the building. Period. Thank you for falling in the spot. Pulling up in your girl notification van. Guys, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and say the prayer. God, angels, ancestors, protect my energy. Put a fiery wall of protection around me, my home, my family, and fancy. Allow me to see and hear the messages clearly. Check my bias out of the reading. Angels, ancestors, I appreciate your love, guidance, wisdom, and protection. Also, put a fiery wall of protection around all my Caesarians, both new and old, and send them love and light for their highest good. Amen. So, guys, let's get into it. Period. Thanks for pulling up in your girl notification van. Guys, what's up, Cree? I see you just pulled up in the building. Being Bad just pulled up in the building. Thank you. I look beautiful, natural waking up. Oh, well, thanks, I was like, fuck the glam. It's not in the cards for the glam today. It's just giving wake up, get this reading out the way. Like, it's been on my ass. Like, get the reading done. I'm like, okay, here I am. All right, guys, without further ado, first question is, why did Big U want Nipsey dead? Why did he want him dead? Now, we already could figure out our speculations and different stuff like that. We just want to, I've been led to ask these questions and see what the energy is now. Why did Big U want Nipsey dead? Let me make sure all my cards are upright. 1 second. Feel free to put in the comment section what you think. Why do you think that Big U wanted Nipsey dead? As we all know, that Big U has just went down in that Fed RICO case called Drawdown, along with other affiliates. So this is kind of back in the forefront of news. If you care about this sort of thing, I've been once again led to revisit this topic in a 4-part series. So, like, the first part is almost like revisiting the relationship between Nip and Big U. So some of the questions might seem redundant, meaning like you might feel like you already know the answer. But again, everything I wrote down is what they wanted me to ask. All right. Angels, ancestors, Why did Big U want Nipsey dead? We get the 5 of Swords, the Star card, and the 7 of Swords. Overall energy, Knight of Pentacles. First card out, this bullying energy, which fits perfectly, right? 5 of Swords. Star card. Present energy. And 7 of Swords, all right? Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. All right. So you can just suffice maybe what we were all thinking, but just confirming. First question out, 5 of Swords, bullying energy, disarming energy. As you know, or you might know, that there was some type of kerfuffle between Big U, Nipsey, Black Sam, his dad. Something about like Big U coming to like Nipsey's parents' house. Nipsey catching a fade in the middle of the street with Big U. Something about Big U hitting Nipsey's dad in the head with a bat, and Black Sam blasting a gun in the air to stop everything because it was going too far. So that situation comes up. It's also speaking of the energy of just Big U wanting to have all the power. Have all the power and like exerting his dominance and making sure like Nipsey stays in line with like the whole like I don't know, almost like the rule of thumb of like how gangs are run and stuff like that. Like he didn't want his authority being undermined, because then now people are gonna start to question, are you really in power? Should I really listen to you? Oh, he running shit. We should ask Nip instead of asking you. Like it's giving something like that, all right? Which is kind of easy to deduce if you've been following the whole thing. Then we get to the Star card energy. So, of course, as we know, like Nipsey was at the height of his career when he was murdered. Why he wanted him dead is because, again, Big U always wanted that stardom. And I don't know if you realize that, like, after Nipsey got killed, we started to see a lot of interviews with Big U. We started to see him get a podcast. We started to see him being like on Fox News. His son went to the league. I think he plays for the Chargers. So all of these things happened after Nip was murdered, but the build up to like Nip and his success before he got murdered was what Big U always wanted, but like energetically it was never embraced that way. It never aligned for him to be a star in that fashion. It never aligned for people to get behind him and support him. It never aligned for people to be moved by his words or his actions or his intent, because even though he would cover up his intent with like he's trying to help, it was never that. So people were respecting Nip. It seems like it was alignment, like there was something divine about his rise. It was something divine about his leadership. Again, Nip isn't perfect, right? He's a human too. He made mistakes. But again, speaking to the fact of why he felt like he wanted him dead is because he just didn't, he like Nip just had that je ne sais quoi that Big U would never have. So he was kind of jealous of that energy, that respect, that reverence that people held for him. He was jealous of his music ability, just everything. Almost like even how he looked, even down to like one in Lauren London and like the girls that he could pull, like just everything is what I'm getting with the Star card energy. So then we have the 7 of Swords, which is like a sneaking energy. Why did he want him dead? The sneaking energy is just giving like, ultimately it's something about that equipment is coming up right here. I I know that comes up in a lot of this. I don't know if you guys are again familiar with this whole story, but there was something about like Big U paid for like $20,000 worth of like recording equipment, and he said that he wanted to take it from where Nip had it, and he wanted to bring it to like a central location for other people to use it. And so ultimately, it's also something about this equipment, but it's more like he wanted to still assert his dominance, meaning like he wanted his cut. Like he's saying, like almost in this energy, is like, yeah, Nip earned these 7 swords, but he's saying my cut is 5 of them, only leaving him with 2. What the fuck? I think he also was questioning where his allegiance lies as well. Interesting. So then the Knight of Pentacles, a slow moving energy about like money. I don't know if he felt like he was also kind of mad that he also signed Nipsey to a 10-year contract. I don't know again, guys, if you're aware of the story, but he had signed Nip to like a 10-year contract, and it was ending, so he wouldn't get more cuts of like this Victory Lap album, and like Nip didn't want to re-sign either. So I don't know if it was it's almost like Nip didn't say no, but he was slow moving to the energy about the topic about re-signing or something. And I think he was almost like taking 25% in that first contract, that 10-year first contract that he had with Nip. So this bottom of the deck energy is kind of talking about some facets of money, okay? The next question is, what is Big U's connection to Eric Holder? If you're not familiar with the story, Eric Holder, or Shitty Cuz, is the one that shot Nipsey, according to the accepted narrative, right? According to the video that was put everywhere. But they never really, I don't know, something is fishy about the connection, which is why the question is here for me to revisit. So let's go ahead and get into that. What was Big U's connection to Eric Holder? What was the Big U's connection to Eric Holder? We got the Knight of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles. Tell me more. 4 cards came out. Interesting. So Knight of Cups came out. 6 of Pentacles. 4 Swords. 4 Cups. All right. What is Big U's connection to Eric Holder? So it's like, I don't know, I'm getting that Big U was aware that there was some type of emotional tie between Eric Holder, Lauren London, and Nipsey. So the Knight of Cups is like telling me that because of this emotional tie, exploit that. Meaning, like, let me explain it, because we'll get into more of those questions actually after that, of what is Eric Holder's connection to Lauren London, because you may be shocked. But basically, he knew that Eric Holder had an affinity for Lauren London. I know you're like, what the fuck? No, anybody would think that. Anybody would think that. Think of the terms of like sneaky link, a motherfucker that you don't want nobody to know you fucking. Okay, there we go. So anyways, Big U knew this. He knew that we'll get into that. I don't know why she would be fucking him. I don't know why. But Big U knew he knew that I'm gonna say shitty cuz he knew that Eric had these genuine feelings for Lauren, but Lauren was never gonna take him seriously. It's like he used that and like he exploited that. He knew this information, right? Big U like offered. I feel like he went to two people. It's almost like he went to two people, but I think he offered him some type of forgiveness, some type of rank, or something like that. But definitely money. But almost like it could even be like 5,000 or 5,000, like her 2,000 now, 2,000 later. It was something very fucking minimal. But there was also some type of connection. See, now we're finna take a turn. Because basically it's telling me like there's also some type of connection with like there's like some type of church. There's like some type of church in the hood, or like it looks like it's a church, but it's not a church. But anyway, I don't know if they're saying like Eric went to this church that's really not a church, and it's like they're taking me back to like they cloned Tyrone when they went to that church, and it really wasn't a church, and under the altar it was like some type of like center, like a tunnels, and it was like some type of clone, like I don't know, it's getting crazy, I don't know. But they're showing me that, and they're showing me like him kind of being like Eric kind of being like worked on in some type of facility. Okay. Interesting. Again, the question was, what was Big U's connection to Eric Holder? All right. Then we get to the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is more like somebody who is disassociating with the divine. So with this, is almost saying like it's like at the very end, like Eric didn't want to do what he did. He was being manipulated for his emotions that he had with Lauren. So again, what is Big U's connection to Eric Holder? As it relates to whatever they want to come out, it's whatever I just said. And it's almost giving me like a like the movie 300. I don't know if you guys seen that, but it was like when that humpback guy from the movie 300. Do y'all remember that? Remember they was like I don't know if they was like past the hot gates in there anyways, but like that humpback man was like the downfall to Leonidas in the movie 300. That's kind of how he's seeing Eric. Like, even though Eric didn't, he knew deep down it was wrong to kill Nip. He still felt like he was being manipulated through his emotions that he felt for Lauren, and how also Lauren was manipulating him as well. We'll get into that in a second. But it's almost like he was being promised, like he was gonna finally be with her or something like that if he did this. I don't know. This is some wild shit. Okay, cool. So next question. Why did Eric shoot Nip? Angels, ancestors, why did Eric shoot Nip? Why did Eric shoot Nip? Let's see. We get the what is this? The nine of wands. How befitting, tell me where. We get the two of swords and the ace of wands. Bottom of the deck is the empress. Now this is real interesting. Okay, nine of wands right here. Then we have Two of Swords. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. So why did Eric Holder shoot Nip? Knight of Wands, again, is like his mental was being heavily played with, like heavily played with. And then there's like a again, it's like they want me to revisit that there was actually supposed to be like a lookout and then like a shooter. And he was supposed to be like the lookout, but then somehow then he was manipulated to be the shooter. But then it's giving an aspect of military or training or government messing with his head. It's given definitely how he felt about Lauren messing with his head. Like he was just being manipulated and puppeted, basically. And they knew he was already not in his right mind and really the perfect puppet. The perfect puppet. Then we get the Two of Swords. Why did he shoot him? Lauren was giving him an ultimatum. Lauren gave him an ultimatum. Lauren gave him an ultimatum. Then we have the Ace of Wands. It's almost like she promised him like a kid in the future. And I think she may have even said like she might be pregnant or something like that by him. Like, was she pregnant by him? Oh, shit. Okay. Wow. All right. So then we have, why did Big U sign Nipsey to a 10-year contract? Why did Big U sign Nipsey to a 10-year contract? Because most people like, they're supposed to be a homie. Yeah, we know that you was going out for extorting other motherfuckers, but why would you be extorting him starting like back to 10 years? Because the 10-year contract was already ending right when like in the middle of like the promo and the press tour and everything for Victory Lap. So again, you got to remember that the contract had been signed. So we're kind of going back way in the past to figure out why did he even want to sign him to the 10-year contract. Angels, ancestors, why did Big U sign Nipsey to a 10-year contract? 10 of Swords, right? 10 of Swords. Okay, tell me more. That's very telling. 3 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. All right, so very telling, right? 10 of Pentacles. Death by betrayal usually is what this card means, but we'll get back to that in a second. 3 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Very fitting. All right, 10 of Pentacles. Why did he sign, or 10 of Swords, why did he sign him to a, and then look real quick, bottom of the deck, that same energy is coming back up. So 10 of Swords, why did he sign it? He knew at the end of the 10-year contract, he was going to kill him and cash it in for some type of life insurance policy. Some type of life insurance policy. Yeah, he knew he was going to kill him at the end of the 10 years. He already had his mind made up. He never, like Big U never thought that Nipsey would even pop the way he did. And had Nip reconsidered to sign the contract, he wouldn't have killed him. But it was the fact that he was slow walking to sign, and it was leaning towards he wasn't going to sign, and he was no longer going to get the 25% that he originally was getting for those 10 years anyways. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with my original plan to kill you and just get the insurance money. And now I'm going to get the money from you that I was already going to get from you. You know what I mean? Type shit. That's what it's giving. Why did he have him sign it? The 3 of Wands is almost like a person, almost like in between people, in between decisions, or just among people that make decisions. Why did he sign him to the 10-year? I don't know, there was like maybe 3 favorites around the hood at that time of people that was supposed to pop or something like that. I don't know. But it's like almost like he felt like he had more of like a star quality Nip. So it's like he just wanted to like be a part of that. Like he was among like the top sellers, that's one of the top 3 something. So all the top 3 earners of the hood or the gang, whatever you want to say, like I feel like he signed them all to some type of contract. But like he was also pushing out like all 3 of them to like do music, but like only Nip went further with it, stay consistent with it, like had a following, that type of shit. Again, this was like not current day, like when he got killed, but like 10 years prior. 2 of Pentacles, why did he sign him to the 10-year contract? Again, to just keep money flow coming in with the 2 of Pentacles, with the infinity sign. Why did he sign it? Just to keep money coming in. Like he'll just keep having money coming in. He'll never have to worry about the gang being broken. He was kind of like, that was like his crutch on power. I'm the money man. I keep money flowing through the gang. I keep shit happening. So why would you take me out? And I'm the one that's feeding the hood. I'm keeping the money supply going by doing whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it was like these contracts are solidifying like leverage as to why he should hold the power position in the hood. I don't know. That's kind of what it's saying. Then the 4 of Pentacles, again, why did he sign them to the 10-year contracts? Again, to just, I don't know, it's like form of control, to hoard the money. Of course, to make himself rich, feed his lifestyle, selfishness, greed. Of course, and it was like always to kind of keep them where they could never almost like oppose his power. Because again, it's almost like dog eat dog, right? With like gang politics and shit like that. So it's like to stay on top, you got to do everything to stay on top, because somebody could almost like it's like they're giving me like how lions do it. How lions do it. I don't know. So again, so if I can almost like how the government do us, I'm never letting you accrue too much, because then if you accrue too much, then you can topple who's actually in power. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting. But then let's get into some more questions. What is Eric Holder's connection to Lauren London? Okay. What is Eric Holder's connection to Lauren London? What is Eric Holder's connection to Lauren London? Temperance, tell me more. 9 of Pentacles, tell me more. Page of Pentacles, tell me more. Yeah, they definitely was having sex, okay? For certain, right? For certain. For certain. For certain was having sex. For certain. But it's almost like in a way, it's like nobody will ever believe I'm fucking you. So even if it get out, nobody would ever believe it. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Nobody would ever believe I'm fucking you. I don't even know how they met. Like, that's not part of the questions, but whatever. This is so crazy. Nobody will ever believe I'm fucking you. So again, their connection is that they were in a sexual relationship. And basically she was saying, like, mentally, through what she going through with Nip, she had no choices, no options. She felt like, I need options. I need options. I need options. And he was like, listen, I could be the one. I could be your Robin Hood. I could, right? She was manipulating him with sex to do her bidding. We got the Temperance card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Manipulating him to do her bidding. But then she has a connection. Almost like he was like her little parrot, her little do boy, her little minion. Interesting. What's next? Was Nip going to re-sign the contract? Angels, ancestors. Was Nipsey going to re-sign a contract with Big U? Was Nipsey going to re-sign the contract with Big U? I feel like he was going to like re-sign it, but like it wasn't going to be for what it was before. It was not going to be like a 80-20 thing, no fucking more. It was like, no, I could give you 10% what managers normally get and like some type of like smooth lump sum, but I'm not going to be giving you what you was getting before. And it was kind of based off what Big U had already took from him. I think it was also motivated by like Fats dying, his friend, why he ultimately wanted to almost like take his power back, but like the control of like the gang and the hierarchy of the gang, it was like kind of getting, he felt like he wanted to buck back at that. Like he knew what he signed up for when he like, I guess, signed up or like when he joined the gang, but it's like, fuck all that. And if it's like, and it's like, again, they wanted me to say like, and if he started doing that, then others would follow. So ultimately, that's again why, back to the original question, why Big U felt that he had to take him out, or he wanted to help conspire to take him out, should I say. What came out though is bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups in the past position, Eight of Pentacles in the present, Five of Cups in the future position. Let's see. How did Nipsey feel about Big U? How did Nipsey feel about Big U? How did Nipsey feel about Big U? Temperance. Judgment. Tower card. Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Three of Cups. I feel like ultimately it's about like mixing business, almost like a church and state, mixing business with pleasure. He knew that ultimately one day it would clash because of how he felt, like how he was enlightening himself, but also what he had already pledged allegiance to was going to clash one day. Almost like a internal conflict of like, I want to be better, but like I know what, I don't know. It's almost like almost like signing your signing your soul to the devil, and then you trying to like get it back, and he makes you feel like you could get it back by giving you these tasks and shit like that. But ultimately you knew when you first sold your soul to the devil that you could never go back on that. Like you could never win it back. I don't know. It's kind of giving me that. So like he knew this paradox. He knew that he lived in this paradox of working towards trying to free himself, but knowing that he could never free himself. I don't know. So judgment, he knew that, I don't know. Ultimately, there would be some type of reckoning, like a reckoning. He knew there will always come a day of reckoning between him and Big U. He always knew it. A day of reckoning. I feel like he wanted to be the real Big U, meaning like he wanted to stand for what Big U wanted the public to think he was standing for, but he wanted to actually do it. Like break the cycle. Because ultimately he felt called to do it. Like there was a divinity again to him. Like he was called to do this. But he knew ultimately like there was going to be some type of like clash, this ending. It's very crazy. Because it's almost like it's confusing, because that's basically what a paradox is. But I don't know. Wow. So then we got the Tower card. How did he feel about him? Again, it's like all these endings. He knew that there would be this day of reckoning. Like I keep hearing that. He knew that it would be like this large, like not it's like it's more than just a physical fight between like the leader of this gang, almost like going back to Lions. It's more than just this fight for dominance. Like the movie Lion King is more than just the fight with like Simba and like Scar. It's more to it than that. Um that he's fighting. It's like you're really fighting. It's like a good versus evil. I don't know. So he knew that there could be a lot of losses due to this fight. Do I want more bloodshed? Do I want more lives to be lost? Like it was so many things to encounter based off different decisions that he wanted to make to maybe like break free to go to dethrone him. It's just this very big like tug and pull energy on what do I do? Like people wanted him to be the one to like go against Goliath, right? But he wasn't sure how it would end. Like he always wanted to keep his kids in mind, the people that he helped in mind, the changes that he was making in the hood and how it was impacting everybody. So he didn't want to do something selfishly and and kill a hope that he was providing for other people, take away the role model that he was to all these people. And then there's something like where he still feel like he owed Big U something. Because, again, there had to be a need psychologically why males even join gangs anyway. Because Black Sam, I don't feel like joined the gang, right? And he's the big brother. So it's like it's some way that like Nipsey is indebted to Big U. So there's still like this small level of like reverence that he has for him, but it's almost like he wished that like they could all come together. But at the end of the day, when we already looked at it, like Big U was just ultimately jealous of Nip, so he was never going to look at him like an equal. It's the best way I could put it. All right. Was Big U extorting Nip? I feel like we kind of know the answer, but that's on the sheet, so we're gonna ask, and then we have 2 more questions, I believe, after this, and then we'll go to the comments and see what y'all feel about what came out. Was Big U extorting Nip? We got 4 swords, 4 cups. We got 6 of pentacles. We got 6 of wands. Definitely was extorting him. Right? Definitely. We got the 8 of wands, bottom of the deck, fast moving energy. 4 swords, 4 of cups, 6 of pentacles, 6 of wands. Definitely was extorting him. Was extorting. Damn near they were saying like he was extorting everyone. Shit. That was the name of the game. That was the name of his game. That's how he kept power. That's how he kept dominance. Almost like he felt like he tricked himself mentally like he was fucking Robin Hood. Like, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. Nigga, you're Peter and Paul. Like, what the fuck? You robbing Peter to pay Paul. Nigga, you Peter and Paul. Yeah, so he extorting him even in death. Like, that's the first thing out. He's extorting him even in death. I want to ask something real quick, even though I don't think this is... It is going to be kind of connected to the next question. I'm going to slide something in here real quick. Is Big U extorting Black Sam? Is Big U extorting Black Sam? Knight of Pentacles. Something on the floor. This 6 of Pentacles keep coming out. This 6 of Pentacles keep... Look at this shit. Like, look at the true illustration of this card. Like, this keeps coming out. And then it's like they're wanting me to examine, and then the 8 of Wands came out again. And like they're wanting me to examine the fact that Big U is working with the police indefinitely. He been working with the police. And they're wanting me to now say that. I don't know. He's been working with the police. Like an informant. A duplicity to him. Again, is he yes. But it's like he disguising it like protection, right? He been saying like this whole protection thing. He's disguising it like it's protection. Like, I'm doing it to like you want protection. It's this protection fee. But it's almost like surveillance. But then he's going to keep increasing it. With the 8 of Wands, it's like these increases, increase. Like, he'll take you back and then increase it a little bit, like by little. Like, he does these very, like, you feel like you know the pattern, and then he switches it back up on you. But yeah, he's extorting him too. Or is. So the next question, though, on my list, without that question being asked, was, how does Nip feel about Black Sam carrying on his legacy with Marathon Burger and the foundation he has going on and different stuff like that? Angel's Ancestors, how does Nip feel about Black Sam carrying on the different businesses like Marathon Burger? Six of Wands came out. Emperor came out. Tell me more. Eight of Wands again. Four of Cups again. So again, he's feeling like there's like 6 major things that he has his hands in. They have the alignment to be victorious for a while. He's like finally going to like almost like take his rightful place. And rule for a little bit. He gonna rule for a little bit. I feel like a good 8 years. Things will kind of be like up and down, like not up and down, but like 3 years from now there may be a little like a reduction. I don't know, and then it'll like he'll catch back up, and then those years would be good. He still feel like he needs to take care of himself spiritually. Like he doesn't want to let anybody in. He doesn't know who to trust. So he's just like sinking himself into like work, which concerns him because basically he's not all the way 10. He's not all the way on his square. He's kind of distracted, which somebody could observe and take advantage. So he's kind of making mention of that. When nobody's looking, he's into like a big depression. He may want to watch out on his like, I don't know, just like he carries his emotions right under the surface. So if he doesn't kind of find a good outlet, it could come back to bite him, if you will. Let's see. Last question. Was the feds building a case on Nip? Oh, and then there's one more question. Was Nip working with the feds? So those are the last 2 questions. All right. So Angel's Ancestors, was the feds building a case on NiPSEY? Page of Cups. Oh, that's too many cards. Was the feds building a case on NiPSEY? We got Page of Cups. We got 10 of Cups. We got Page of Swords. We got the Empress. We got the 2 of Swords. We got the 5 of Swords. This is giving definitely yes. Even with how the cards came out and like how they're being arranged, they was definitely looking at him and his whole operation. Like his whole operation. But it's almost like Big U was in here, Lauren was in here, almost like underneath the surface, like working against. I almost kind of see like this baby mama is in here. Some type of young guy. I don't know that NiPSEY knew. He's in here. So there was like several people around him that was like Judas's, co-conspirators, whatever you want to call them, Brutus's. Like there's just kind of, this is what this pull is telling me. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. So definitely they was working on the case. Okay, that's a resounding yes. Resounding yes. And Was Nipsey working with the feds? Let's ask. Last question before we go to the comments. Angels, ancestors, was Nipsey working with the feds? Was Nipsey working with the feds? Death card came out. Three of Cups came out. What is this? This is the Nine of Swords. Came out. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords. Woo! I feel like he knew. But it's almost like he's like, I'm kind of seeing the whole like power with Amari. Like he trying to, like, you got one foot in the hood and one foot trying to be legitimate. I'm getting chills. So it's like, if I don't know, it's like he was trying to use them to help him get out. But it's almost like them against, I don't know, almost like trying to, with this clash with like Big U or something. I don't know, like it was like almost like protection. He wanted to use them, like the feds is like protection. He also wanted to use them as a way to like finally get free from like his illegitimate ties. But this was causing a lot of like mental anguish because like what he was doing, if it did get out, the hood wouldn't have respected it. But it's almost like he felt like he had no other choice. I felt like they got to Lauren and like Lauren told him, and then how they went through Lauren and then that's how they got to him. I don't know. So it's like, just like, I don't know if you watch Power, it's almost like that. Like, yeah, it's like what goes working with the feds? No, but yeah, too. But like, you know, it's like a yes and a no. I don't know, but that's part one. All right, guys. So if you have any comments or questions, or you think there anything that I missed for this part one, put it down in the comment section below. I may come back tonight and do part two. Yeah, I'm probably going to come back tonight and do part two. Don't hold me to it. I feel like anytime I say that, I'll fuck around and not even come back. But yeah. Does anybody have any questions about what came out? Right. That's going to come up in part two about fats. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in part two. Trust me. All these questions is like so many. Like, this is like whatever's in blue is part two. We got like a whole 2 pages of questions. Like, plenty questions to ask. Anything about this part one is anything that I missed, anything that you have to add, any comments, questions before I get out of here? I know that, like, even though like a lot of this was kind of like, again, you may feel redundant, but this is like this case revisited because we're going to work it back to like the present day stuff. But like, this is just like whatever this groundwork that like they wanted me to ask. I don't know. I wonder, did anything surprise me? Let me see. Did anything surprise me? Not really. Oh, I feel like I missed something. I did. Was the CIA involved? I did miss that. I don't even know how I missed that. Hold on. Was the CIA involved in Nipsey's murder? Was the CIA involved in Nipsey's murder? Like, I already knew the answer, but again, this is part of what they wanted me to ask. So we got the Four of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower card, the King of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. So basically the answer is they have their control in a lot of things, especially games. And it's almost like their job is to kind of keep the cycle of how things are with the hood going. Whatever hood politics, whatever hood gang energy there is, it's their job to keep it going, to always have a versus this, them versus them, almost like a distraction. Their job is to keep the music going, keep the party going, keep the energy going, keep the cycle going. So his murder is part of the cycle. His murder is part of the cycle. Four of Cups. Four of Cups again is their hand behind Eric. Like they just Manchurian candidated him. They chose him like a good target. He's just a good target. He was a good target. He was a good target. That's what I keep hearing over and over. So their role, particularly in his murder, was A, choosing Eric, B, manipulating his mind, and it's almost like a MK Ultra hypnosis energy is what I'm kind of also getting with this Four of Cups as it pertains to Eric Holder. But then they were stating that like he's actually about to get out, and I think I'm probably going to segue that to one of the next questions too before I get out of here. Actually, 2 to 3 more questions before I get out of here. But the Page of Pentacles next, right after the Four of Cups, is telling me also like how they did pay him some type of money. And that eventually, I don't know about glorifying him as some type of hero. Because like we're going to keep hearing about this Nipsey case for a second. Because again, this big U thing is right here. And that has to play out. But then Eric is about to get out. I do think he's about to get out. I do. And then them painting him as some type of hero. All puppeted by the CIA. According to what came out in these cards, allegedly, this is all for entertainment purposes. Okay? But, yeah. The Tower card next is just giving definitely. They did. Because they had to erase. So basically like the tower is what Nipsey was building in the hood, this structure, right? This change. This change is opposing the energy that they already have going in the hood of the cycle of violence, the distraction, the stereotypes, the carnage, just whatever's going on in that area all across America, right? It's part of it. They're part of it. They're part of the puppeteering of it all. Nipsey and what he's building is opposing it, because you're building that you don't have to choose that. And if you could see something different, you will be something different. So now if he's showing them something different, it's going to oppose what the CIA wants this certain demographic, these certain people to be, and what the program they set forth that's in motion that already is. They don't want that to be opposed. So it's like they had to tear that down. And it's almost showing them, just like they do with all the black messiahs in the hood, that if you can only go so far before we chop you back down, basically. I don't know. That's what energetically, that's what it's given. So once again, yes, they did. They were puppeting what happened. Hope that makes sense. And then the King of Swords is then there. I'm going to give credence to like a new figure. I don't know who this new figure is. Like a new figure. It's almost giving like a whack 100. Is their new figure. They're going to build him up and then kill him too. Wow. Okay. So let's see. The next question was, Big U on the way to Gunna's concert? So Big U said that he was nowhere around the hood when Nipsey got killed. He said that he was on his way in a Sprinter van, 4 Sprinter vans, caravan style, to go see Gunna perform that day. So is that true? Angel's Ancestors, was Big U on the way to a Gunna concert when Nipsey was shot? Because then there's that infamous video of him on live and people are in the comments saying justice for Nip, and he's like, justice for Nip, and start laughing. And he's like posted up under some type of like canopy thing. Was Big U on his way to a Gunna concert when Nipsey was shot? That's like one of the last questions in this part 1. This is so wild. So bottom of the deck came out World card. 3 of Wands came out. The Hierophant card came out. And the Queen of Cups. Was he on his way to a Gunna concert? Almost like that was his accepted alibi, but it's like, no. 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 And the rest of the answer is he was in a hood mobilizing like not a power vacuum, but almost like what's the words? The word is not absorbent. I'm trying to get the words together. Like I know what they're trying to get me to say, but like I don't have the words. He was there with boots on the ground to be like, and that's why you should listen to me, and that's why I run this shit, and that's why all this shit is mine. That's why I'm the top. Like, you know, like he was not on his way to some fucking Gunna concert. No. It's like he was there to bask in the energy of him being killed. That's the best way I guess I could put it. I don't know. He definitely was not on his way to some Gunna concert at all. It's like he was there on boots on the ground calling shots from his like throne or wherever the fuck he, you know what I mean? His home base, wherever the fuck he ruled from or whatever the fuck they saying. Like they're saying like he was there to call shots, absorb and bask in the energy of that's why I run shit. So no, he wasn't on his way to some fucking Gunna concert. I don't know. Because that's like what he's saying his alibi was, but it's just that a fucking alibi. But no, he wasn't. In fact, I think he was like probably with some fucking female. So yeah, that's really part one. That's part one. I think that's all the questions I had. My hair right at me chicken scratch. I think that's it though. So do y'all agree with what came out? Yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Overall, because I feel like mostly what came out, I feel like I already knew energetically. Did anything new come out in the reading that you guys didn't know? Yeah, in part 2, we're going to talk about that fats killing, I believe. Part 2. Is that in part 2? Shit. Maybe in part 3. Yeah, that's in part 3 about fats. Part 2 was me talking about more about Big U killing that football player Rayshawn Williams. And then like different stuff about Big U and like his jail time and his case coming up. That's more like part 2. Part 3 is like more about Eric Holzer, different players. Are they undercover? Fats, different murders and extortion and celebrities that Big U is connected to. His sexuality. Loose cannon is going to come up in part 3 too. So yeah, guys, there we go. This is part 1 of 4. Thank you guys for tuning in. What's up, sir? Nay. So yeah, guys, that was it. That was True Crime Tuesday. I may come back tonight. Don't hold me to it. I got a lot of homework to do. But thank you guys for whoever pulled up in your girl notification van. Make sure if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see part 2, let's get this video to at least 50 likes. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Like I always say, seek the truth, vibrate higher, and carpe diem. Until the next time. Shit, I'm out. Be good humans, make good decisions, and I'll see you guys in part 2.